Hello? Did anyone stick around? Okay, I think I'm ready now. Um, so I thought I would start it up and go within like a minute, but had a tiny technical hiccup. Good. And can you hear me over the music, or is the music too loud? Oh yeah, you're not supposed to hear the music. The music is only just, um, what do you call it? Not even as a background. It's just a test for the volume. So if you can hear it, but only barely, that's good. Now let's see if this works. Um, huh? Hopefully it. No, it didn't. So let me just switch manually to this. Yes, thank you. I'm not a professional streamer, as you can tell. I'm literally just setting up OBS because things, memes. Huh. Okay. Yep, 50% fuel. How's OBS doing? Just out of interest. It's sort of working. I'm losing a ton of frames though. See, the problem is that the B50, it's really fucking loud, and I was kind of worried that you wouldn't hear me over it. So, well, here we go. Hopefully it works. Yeah, no, it's really fucking loud. I can barely hear myself talking. I have no idea how you actually can hear me. Hopefully well. The cockpit is from the B29. Shouldn't be too different. Like the only difference should be the windshield in the front. This position is behind me. Is the flight engineer position. It doesn't work at all, which means that I have no clue how much fuel I actually have throughout the flight. I only know how much I take off with and have a rough calculation of like, yeah, this should probably suffice, or no, this is not enough. Yeah, B50. You can tell by the different tail, different engines, different, well, the fuel pods for the D. It's heavily work in progress. Although I'm finalizing the flight model and it should be ready in like 2 weeks, and then I'm making it public. It's not completely mine. I'll be fair here. Um, Trying to remember who were the actual guys who worked on it originally. I think Xerx was involved, Anto, a bunch of SAS guys, like the old school SAS guys. Um, and we just had it there. Nobody worked on it, so I was like, yeah, can I pick it up and finish it? And they were like very supportive when they realized that someone's actually working on it again. So let's sim it. YE8. Maybe. Look, the biggest problem for me is making the 3D models, because making the simple edit as was making the new rudder for this, because the original that was in the work in progress mode was let's just say that it was off, but that's basically the extent of what I can actually do. It's not that difficult to actually make the 3D model. It is difficult to port it into IL-2 because everything has to be done manually. Let's use the time compression just so I can bring myself into land. And so what I'm testing today is the landing behavior and the climb rate. I did some tiny changes to the flight model, so and as you can see, this thing flies like a whale until you put the nose down, at which point it will just start picking up speed. Like tons of speed. So I need to be really careful. We're now turned way too much to the right, so bring it more to neutral. 370, 360, okay. Combat flaps. And now I'll just use the keyboard to set the throttle, because the brake on my throttle doesn't work correctly. It's way too loose. Okay. And I think I'm low. Ooh. As you could see, the tail swing, that wasn't really me using the controls, that was literally just the torque from the engine swinging me around. You can also notice that I'm not using the internal view because can't see shit from here, and I'm not testing my skills as a pilot. I'm confident in them. I'm just testing the aircraft itself. So I'm throwing all the variables out of the window. Okay. this will be an extremely long approach. Like, I'm still about, what, 2 kilometers away from the runway, 2.5 maybe. I'm way too slow. I know this is not the most action-packed gameplay, but for me it's important to get the hang of the aircraft to be able to then write a kind of instruction on how to actually fly it, so that people don't smack it into the runway and then blame me for making a shit flight model. No, flight model is fine. It just might be difficult to fly. See? This is what I mean. The sink rate was way too high, and that's completely on me. Well, at least it shows you how much inertia there is in this plane, and you just need to start leveling out way sooner than I did, and also hold it on engines a lot longer than this. And no one was bombing Korea. Just out of interest, the B-50 was not operationally used over Korea. The RB-50 was used for a bit by the end of it, but the actual bomber units of B-50s were stationed in Britain, as far as I know at the time. In case Soviet Union tried something in Europe at the time, the B-50s in Britain were supposed to bomb the living shit out of Eastern Europe. Okay, let's do it again. I was not satisfied with this landing at all. Good God. I really like the sound. So originally I was going to use the default B29 sound for this, just adjust it for the correct RPM, and then I found out that I had a sound mod installed and all the files for it, so I'm using those. Oh. Fuck. See, this is a bug with the flight model. It completely lost all sorts of responsiveness to my controls input. It was essentially acting as if it was completely stalled out, regardless of angle of attack. I'm still trying to figure out why that is, and it's something that's been bothering me a lot. Yeah, and I have no clue what actually causes it. My best guess is it's actually the engines, because there is no aircraft in IL-2 currently that has this much fucking torque. Like, even with this massive fucking stabilizer, it's just throwing me around as it wishes. Let's go. Okay. So I'll let the RPM stabilize. Nice. You can hear the roaring of these engines, and it just sounds so nice. Okay, flaps. Nope. See, there it was again. It just throws the nose down, and essentially the only way to save it is to just throttle up. And it also appears that I have jammed the flaps, so I will be landing at takeoff flaps. Very nice. God, it's so beautiful though. Like, if I could pick and choose one NATO heavy aircraft, it would be the B-50D. Not even NATO. In total. Just B-50D, please, make it happen. It wouldn't be useful for Korea. It would sort of be useful for early 50s, early to mid 50s Europe. But mainly it would be so fucking gorgeous. Okay, 300, gear out. Fucking birds. Jesus Christ, please! Okay. looks acceptable. Is that slowly leveling out? 270. Throttle down. Neutral rather. And just hold it straight for a bit. And now I can start braking. Jesus Christ. And as you can see, this aircraft needs a lot of runway. Yeah, please shut the fuck up, birds. Okay. No, I will stop it in time. Won't even get it up the hill. Yeah, it's an extremely heavy aircraft. It has a lot of inertia. It's extremely hard to get it on the glide slope as it is. And then there's that bug happening where it just noses over. When you slow down. Need to figure out what causes it. Still on the wiser, but most likely the engines. Hold on, let me just switch it to scramble. Just for a single takeoff. And then I'll do some other shenanigans. Or I could also test the climb rate now, but climb rate testing is extremely boring. Okay, number 1, please go. Nice. Full radiators. And if the birds actually manage to shut the fuck up, you can enjoy the goodness of this sound mod that I'm actually using. Yes. This is full right trim, by the way. It's still not enough. But as you can tell, she climbs. Or does she climb? At low altitude, at least. The moment you get to, like, let's say 6-7 kilometers, that's where she's sort of fastest. Or like, not fastest, but it's basically the top altitude where you have like actually good climb performance. Past that, she's you just struggle to gain every single meter. Also note that I'm climbing here at takeoff flaps. If I start slowly retracting them, the nose goes down. Honestly, not too bad. Yeah, once she gains a little bit of speed and the rudder becomes effective, you can start reducing the trim, bring her to like 420. If at all possible. Hello. Or not. It's also fine. I mean, at least she is actually climbing. Slowly, but climbing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just enjoying the view. It just looks so cool. Okay, I don't need this anymore. And let's bring her down gently. I can tell you right now, I prefer landing the B-47. That thing is actually forgiving. This is definitely not forgiving. Also, this was landing at 50% fuel. Can you imagine landing this thing when it's actually full? Please don't. It's a bad idea. I've tried. So what should I do next? I have a few things that might be interesting, but I would just, like to know. Easy mode, easy mode. No airliners. Actually, no, never mind. I will go. Oh, well. Have fun. And how long are we streaming? 45 minutes. Actually, you know what? It's not worth doing anything more. I'll just leave this as it is, as like sort of a teaser. And yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed.